That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Vikings heading out, and it's Kirk Cousins at the helm in his second season in purple and white, 8th year overall. 30 touchdown passes for him a season ago. That's a career high as he aims to get the Vikings back into the postseason. A pass there over the middle to start things out. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Cousins now. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Manning. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Manning going to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a play fake. Manning, he's going to let this go for the end zone. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Kirk Cousins now gearing up to lead this offense back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
The numbers a week ago for Cook. 21 carries, 101 yards, and a score.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, who is this guy? He's special. And he said, dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field.
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Throw left side on target to Thielen. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Let's take a look here at the offense for Minnesota.
And running back Dalvin Cook was drafted in 2017 to be the lead runner for the Vikings, and he should love what they're putting in for him in 2019. This is a run-first, run-heavy offense as dictated by their head coach. Dalvin Cook should get more than enough carries to threaten 1,000 yards rushing this season.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 4 yards on the dump-off at 2nd down. A look at the starters now defensively for the Bears. They played really well in the win last week over the Redskins.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
A first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Cousins throw complete to Thielen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 18. Cousins now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins, his pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Bailey's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me
I
there,
was.
partner.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, a 22. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 105 yards.
Look, I know everybody wants to be number 1 in everything they do, but he's number 2 in the league in receiving yards. That's a strong number, a strong year, and they want that to continue.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. From the gun on third down, Manning, throw left side complete. That's Cohen. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions,
live
right?
conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Let's go, 18 Gators.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Manning. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Manning. He's got his tight end, Burton.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Go now. 50, plant. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 55.
They run with David Montgomery, the third-round pick from Iowa State. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. From the gun, it's Manning. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. These two teams all tied after one. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Manning on the bootleg. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Manning to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On the ready.
55. Let's go.
Come.
Get out the field, defense.
We grip.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
We got this.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
Let's go.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cousins gives way to Cook. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the 41, Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it. But listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. And tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, two teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and that'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball.
And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Manning to Gabriel, middle of the field. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Here's Matt Weil now, as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taken what the defense will give him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Manning now to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's it, baby. We gonna play.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Shotgun now for Manning. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Ready?
From the gun, Manning. And Robinson with a big catch. That one goes for 24 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll try the counter here. Cohen. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the bootleg. Manning. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Got it. Mike 55, Mike 55. Wild Bill.
On 3rd and long, it's Manning. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the right hash, this from 53. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The coverage that time excellent by Nevin Lawson. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw, Cousins. And complete, right side to Cook.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Now Cousins. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The sack there by Roquan Smith. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, you can just see this one coming, couldn't you? It's an obvious passing situation, 3rd and long. The defense is going to bring in 2 more defensive backs and say, you want to throw? Go ahead. We dare you. And there's just no one open anywhere as they come away with the interception.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Come on, set. 30 base. Come on. Go.
Manning now on 1st down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Now Manning. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play, and facing a second and long. To throw is Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To try again after the sack, Cousins. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Here's Matt Weil now. He's been terrific so far. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far. And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them. Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Manning. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. Ben Gideon. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon. The Bears on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 16. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Carson Wentz, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. From there, let's get over to Arizona to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. DK Metcalf, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. 35-11, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go. 70, Indy. Pick me up. Here we go. Big River.
On 1st down, Manning. It's complete to Robinson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Manning. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Manning. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Manning. That's complete right side to Gabriel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Manning.
Well, he obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender.
What do you mean by that, partner?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then it curls back inside for the completion.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Manning. And he completes it to Cohen. Again, it's Manning. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
False start, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Cook following the penalty. Cook stripped. The ball's out. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's Matt Weil now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
60 out,
On 2nd and 7, Manning. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Manning. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the 1st.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Khalil Mack racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Returnable here from the 38. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said,
there he goes left side. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a
cook strip. The ball's out. So now we have Jackson slow to get back on his feet. Appears to be shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. They'll run on first down. Cook. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols. From just shy of midfield, Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Higgins.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Matt Weil now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Eli Manning getting ready to go again on offense. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On second down, Montgomery. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the gun on third down, Manning. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
This will be fielded at the 17. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just one fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, here's Cousins. He'll find Thielen, work in the middle. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Now, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Breaks through the contact.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Manning going to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Now Manning is going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. This is Cohen. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And out now come the Vikings. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Cousins. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Back to it after the pick six. Cousins, the throw left side complete to Treadwell. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. He'll find his receiver. That's Chad Beebe. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Khalil Mack, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And this is going to be incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Ready? 60 or.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, Montgomery, but he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Check back 57. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Ready?
Manning going to throw here. That's complete right around the 8. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now Manning. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Cousins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Cousins on 4th down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Ready up. Turn up. Kill, turn up.
1st down, here's the run to Montgomery. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you said baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the 1st quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Chicago, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.